Welcome to the School of Tales. In this episode, we will tell you a story about the popular urban legend of Miss Koi Koi, the red-heeled ghost haunting boarding schools. Within the hallowed halls of boarding schools across Nigeria, Ghana, and parts of South Africa, a chilling legend looms, haunting the dreams of students. Lady Koi Koi, a vengeful specter, is known for the ominous sound of her distinctive red heels echoing down the corridors. When the night falls silent and the haunting Koi, 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 Koi resonates, students know that Lady Koi Koi is on her relentless quest for new victims. In the 20th century, a boarding school in Nigeria received a new teacher whose beauty left her colleagues enthralled. But behind her captivating exterior lurked a dark secret that her students would soon uncover. Behind the classroom doors, this teacher transformed into a relentless tormentor, unleashing physical violence upon her pupils for the slightest transgressions. She demeaned and sought new ways to inflict pain upon them, instilling fear in the hearts of those she taught. Yet, the beauty that had captivated her colleagues shielded her true nature, making it difficult for anyone to believe the horrors unfolding within her classroom. As a boarding school, the children took refuge in their dormitories, listening intently for the ominous Koi, 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 Koi of her red heels clacking against the floor. They had come to call her Lady Koi Koi, and this sinister sound became their eerie warning system. They dared not venture out until the haunting echoes of her heels had passed. One fateful day, Lady Koi Koi's brutal assault on a student sent them to the hospital. Enraged and fearing for their safety, the remaining students rushed to the headmaster with their complaints. Tragically, the infatuated headmaster chose to dismiss the students' pleas, attributing the incident to a mere accident. The students, driven to desperation, decided to take matters into their own hands. Under the shroud of night, they ambushed Lady Koi Koi as she left the building. They gagged her to silence her screams and concealed her in a sack. In a torrent of fury, they administered a relentless beating, and Lady Koi Koi's struggles eventually ceased. Lady Koi Koi was no more. Realizing the gravity of their actions, the students discarded her lifeless body just outside the school gates, hoping the assault would be attributed to an unknown intruder. Days passed, and it seemed they had successfully evaded discovery. The replacement teacher offered the students care and affection, soothing their shattered spirits. However, mere weeks after the assault, a student believed he heard the ominous sound of Lady Koi Koi's heels. Believing it to be a manifestation of guilt, he tried to ignore it, forcing himself to sleep. The next morning, he awoke to find one of his classmates had vanished without a trace. Over the following month, one by one, the students who had taken part in the attack disappeared. Each time, they swore they heard Lady Koi Koi's heels echoing through the halls in the dead of night. One student even claimed to have glimpsed her heels in the corridor, but they vanished upon investigation. The last surviving student, gripped by the certainty that Lady Koi Koi was coming for him, confessed to the headmaster and others, but his claims fell on deaf ears. As night descended, he barricaded himself in his room, desperately hoping to survive. Hours later, his anguished screams pierced the silence. His classmates, paralyzed by fear, dared not venture out to save him. The following day, his lifeless body was discovered in the very spot where Lady Koi Koi had met her end. This time, unlike the prior disappearances, the students knew the truth. It was Lady Koi Koi's malevolent presence. Every student reported the same harrowing experience. Just before the students' cries, the ambient sounds in the school faded, leaving an eerie stillness. The air turned heavy with dread, and then the terrifying Koi, 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 Koi began echoing down the hallways as if it were the sole sound in existence. Their hearts pounded, and they held their breath as the shrieks of terror reverberated. After a few agonizing moments, Silence fell once more. 2 students confessed to peering out of their doors, but saw distinctly different sights. One witnessed Lady Koi Koi's red heels moving on their own, clacking down the hallway before vanishing. The other student beheld a monstrous transformation, her face contorted and bloody, growling as she moved. Some believed this was the result of the fatal beating, while others saw it as the true face of the monster she had always been. Following these disturbing incidents, the school shut its doors, and the students were relocated to other boarding institutions. But Lady Koi Koi's legend transcended borders, and soon, reports of the haunting koi 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 sound emerged from dozens of schools. Some say she continues to wander the halls, searching for children to torment, just as she had in life. The story has several versions. Stay tuned for the next